Hi, what's life like for a foreigner in Thailand? Thailand is a tropical paradise. That explains why many foreigners come here in their numbers to live long term. However, life in this country as a foreigner, most especially an English teacher, can be quite tricky. Sit tight as I'll discuss some few facts that might characterize life in the country. But before I dive into these facts, I urge you to smash the subscribe button. To understand life in Thailand as a foreigner, I would like you to think of three aspects: the social aspect, the economic aspect, and of course, life in the workplace. Social aspect here, you're bound to come across a few cultural shocks that might be different to the way of life in your country. For example, it's a Buddhist society, and there are Buddhist practices that is quite different from other religions like Christians and Muslims. So don't be surprised if you want to get into a shop or somebody's home, you are being asked to take off your shoe. And again, the food is quite different in as much as it's delicious. There are some dishes that contains sugar, it's sweet. This might be a surprise to some. And not to mention the fact that if you're moving along the street, Thais will definitely look at you because you're a foreigner, especially if you're a colored person. So this aspect of social life can be quite tricky. Other than that, there are other aspects in social life in Thailand that is quite interesting. Like foreigners are free to go out. You may keep late hours, which is quite different to other countries that might be strict on late hours at night. So you're free to attend bars, drinks, and you can hang out with girls. Like most foreigners get married to Thais, it's easy to engage in a relationship with a Thai lady. And in terms of the economic aspect of life here, it's quite affordable. Accommodation is cheap, there is plenty to eat and drink. Everything here is affordable, most especially if you are on a handsome salary. If you have a good paid package, you will definitely enjoy the lifestyle here. And in terms of movement, the country is rich in mode of transport. There is SkyTrain, buses. If you need a personal car, you can definitely buy one, or you obtain a motorbike. So movement is not a problem. However, when it comes to the work culture, this is where there might be lots of complications, especially if you're from the Western world, because the work life here is quite different from that of the Western world, and I guess every other country, because Thailand has a slow way of life. There is a word they use, sabai sabai. They are not quite serious in what they do. So if you come here and you have that strict adherence to rules in your own culture, you will find that it's quite different here. For example, they do not necessarily follow time at work. You might have a party, or let's say a meeting in school, and they say perhaps it starts at 10. You'll be surprised that by 10 they have not yet started. So this is an aspect that you've got to get used to it. And another aspect about the work life is that they tend to respect authority. It's a hierarchical society, so what the leader says stays final. Most workers are followers. They lean on the side of the leader. That is it. So if you're somebody who has strong opinion, you might find yourself out of place in the work culture, because people will tend to judge you as being rebellious. I'm not sure if the word is too harsh, but that's what I will use to describe it, because if you tend to object most often, they will feel like you're not respecting authority, and you may definitely lose your job. And to summarize my view on this issue about life in Thailand as a foreigner, I would say if you visit for a short term, it's quite fun, you enjoy it, because let's be honest, this country is meant for traveling and enjoyment. But if you work here long term, you get to realize that the excitement of living in Thailand as a foreigner wears off as the years goes by, because you get to learn the culture and you get to understand that it isn't as golden sweet as people would say to be. Forget about all those things you read on blogs. Most bloggers come here for a few months and they think they know a lot. They go and scribble down stuff on their posts appraising the country. It's a good country, no doubt, but like every other place in the world, it has its negatives and positives. Welcome to Thailand, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. Bye for now.